Alright, what is up everybody? Recently I was sent a new reel by Solo King, aka Sileus, and it is called the AVISPARK. So here's the box here. It's called the AVISPARK, and then the models are MAV, like MAV 1000, 2000, 3000, whatever. But yeah, let's have a look at the box here. It is a pretty nice reel, to be honest, for the price point. It's a 10+1 ball bearing spinning reel. All of the models there, as you can see, a 5.2:1 gear ratio with either 10 or 15 kgs of drag, and it's a pretty compact reel. It's lightweight and it is saltwater safe. And let's take a look in the box. I've got the reel outside the box, but let's just take a look at the box because there's something kind of nice in here, and that is this bag that it comes in. It comes in this nice what we call that, like a canvas bag with some pull tabs there. So that's definitely a nice little addition for a budget reel, definitely. But let's look at the reel itself, and here it is. So if we take a look, it's mainly a carbon color, the body. We've got some sort of gunmetal accents here on the spool with some what would we call that, navy blue or whatever, like a metallic navy blue right there on the spool and on the top of the lip there. So we just have a quick look at the reel. Got the Sileus logo there, and that is the model. This particular one is the MAV 3000, so a 3000 sized reel, and it's actually pretty compact for a 3000. It's slightly smaller than a typical Daiwa 3000, I would say. Just for size comparison. I guess you don't know what size my hand is, but it's definitely not a big reel. It's reasonably lightweight reel that has a lot of nice features. So firstly, it is not a screw-in handle, which I don't usually like, but in this instance I was very impressed with the workmanship and the quality. So if we pull out the handle here, so this is also, it's a navy blue color, and we got the button over there is black, but the handle itself also is navy blue. Might be a little bit hard to pick up on the camera, but yeah, it's actually slightly darker than this. That's obviously blue, but it is definitely a navy blue and not gunmetal. But if we just pull this in and out here, there's like very little play. It's top quality for a non-screw-in handled reel, I would say. Like, yeah, it's as good as anything basically. Depending on the size of the reel, you get a different handle knob. So because this is a 3000, it's got this handle knob. I believe it's the 2000 is the smaller size. I'll pop that on the screen right now. And the larger sizes have a larger EVA foam handle. So it's, I like this. It's a good size. It's comfortable, especially for saltwater fishing. You're potentially getting, dirty hands or some slime on your hands or whatever. So I kind of prefer this kind of knob over the typical smoother style knobs. So that's that there. And in terms of the play on the knob itself, I haven't tested that, so let's see. Yeah, there's virtually no play. Like, you do not need to shim that at all. Like, up and down play, obviously you can feel some movement, otherwise it wouldn't freely spin. But yeah, virtually no play at all. And it's quite, it's got bearings in there. It's 10+1 bearings, so that's really nice. On the retrieve, got to test the retrieve. The retrieve is, for a 3000 size reel, it's low resistance and it is very smooth. Obviously, the bigger the reel, the more resistance there's going to be because there's more weight on the rotor. So more effort, so to speak, is required to rotate it. But yeah, that is quite good. We'll have a listen to the drag sound. So we'll just spin this. Like I say in all my spinning reel videos, doing this kind of test, because I'm gripping onto it, it probably doesn't sound exactly the same as what it would sound like on the water, just because, when you're gripping onto it, you're sort of dampening some of the vibrations. But as you can hear there, it's got that nice ringing sound. We will check the bail arm. So we've got it definitely feels quality. Like, it doesn't feel cheap or thin or anything like that. Like, when it snaps back with authority. you know, it's definitely a quality bail arm. So, you know, sometimes on reels that can be a bit of an issue. We'll just give this a rip just to, you know, I don't know, some people like to see that. Pretty good. All right, we'll pull off the spool, take a look inside. So as I said, this is a saltwater bearing, saltwater reel, saltwater safe reel. So if we pop this off here, and these are always tricky to pull off. They're a bit hard to grip. So I might need to just pull the spool off. No, it's not off yet. Oh, there we go. All right, so we'll put that aside for a moment. So this one and all the other models, they're the same sort of depth. So you could either, you know, I'd be running some, obviously with the 3000 size, you're going to be running some heavier braid or mono and slightly heavier poundage. So maybe like a 1.0, 1.2, something like that. So if we have a look at the line capacity ratings, it's quite a small text. Probably will not focus, but just so that my eyes can focus on it. So we've got millimeter, 0.25, 220, and 0.28, 190. So yeah, 220 and 190. So there, that's perfect really. So it has the nice, I believe this is the Daiwa style, or correct me if I'm wrong, but definitely this drag clicker style is definitely what I prefer. You know, it's just going to last longer with this particular style. Now we've got carbon fiber washers in there. So this particular model has 10 kilos of drag. And we can see on the top here, we've got this little rubber gasket here just to enhance its, you know, waterproofness or water resistance, I guess is the proper term to use. So we'll put that aside. Have a look inside here. So we've got bearings here. So it just aids in like stability and everything like that. There's the drag clicker mechanism there. And inside it has some like dual shafts. So on the inside right here, there's a shaft here and a shaft here, which just increases the stability, especially like under load. It's just gonna make it smoother to retrieve. And yeah, that's what you want in a quality reel, something that you can rely on. But yeah, I like the look of the reel. I'm going to be throwing it onto another styliest rod actually. So I think it's not the Over King, it's the Complume. So I have the Sileus Complume in, I believe it's a 9-foot or maybe 5 to 25 gram model. I may be wrong there, but I think this will be a perfect complement to that. And I may even get the bigger model and chuck that onto the Sileus Over King rod, because it's pretty nice reel. Definitely good value for money. The 2000 size model is just coming in at 55 Australian dollars. So for the Americans, I know you may be not able to get it, but just so you know, people know, that's probably something in the ballpark of 30 US dollars for a nice quality spinning reel. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll be dropping a review video on the water with this in the next, I would say, 2 weeks, just to give me some time just to test it out, put some hours into it. And until then, I'll catch you in the next video.